Hi, it's Joe Mazumdar from Exploration Insights at the September edition of the Metals Investment Forum in Vancouver, Canada. And with me right now is Diane Nicolson. Diane Nicolson, CEO of Amarc Resources. Diane, Amarc's been around for a while. Exploration, as you know, better than most, takes a while. This is not an overnight success. So can we speak a little bit about the people involved in this AuRORA discovery and how long this has taken?
Well, it's about, Joe, thank you very much for the invite to join you at this conference. It's a pleasure to be here with you. It's been something of a 6-year overnight success. Exploration takes time. We have a fantastic team, and what we do and we specialize in at Amarc, and we're backed by the Hunter Dickinson Group, is systematic, credible exploration. We have large districts. They are 6 to over 700 square kilometers. They need big dollars to do this kind of exploration, which lead to the discoveries like AuRORA, and a tremendous amount of patience. We have an incredible team, which I have the privilege to head up. My executive chair is Bob Dickinson, who's very well known in the industry, the founder of Hunter Dickinson. Mark Rabagliati is our chief geologist. They've both been to the Mining Hall of Fame in Canada for their discovery, development, and transaction successes. And we also have folks on board like Dr. Jim Lang, Dr. Jim Oliver. They are some of the most credible and well thought of exploration geologists in the porphyry copper gold area in British Columbia and further afield. And this team has discovered, explored, and transacted many times before, not just in British Columbia, but on a global stage, everywhere from Tibet to Mexico to North America. And it does take time. And finally, we've delivered for our shareholders, and we're very happy to be doing so.
But I'm going to just speak to also getting the right partner. Like, you have this team, but it's also important because I've seen prospect generators in that get a partner, and then even if it's a big company, they move on to the next thing. And having a partner like Freeport in that, how important is that?
Well, to start with, Amarc is not a prospect generator. That's not the model that the Hunter Dickinson affiliated companies follow. What happened when Bob and I had put together these 3 extensive copper gold districts, the Joy, the Duke, and the Ike. They're extensive, they're all near infrastructure, they were all 100% owned, they were all anchored on one or more known copper gold deposits. We had a 10-cent share price. And we knew that we needed big dollars to go and do the type of exploration we needed to do. And we couldn't do that at a 10-cent share price. And to back that up, by the end of this year and the last few years here, between Boliden backing us on the Duke District and Freeport in at Joy, they'll have spent north of $80 million. $80 million.
Over 5 years?
Over about 4-year period. So these are big dollars which are leading to these discoveries. So we invited Freeport-McMoRan to come in on the Joy District. In May of this year, under an accelerated time frame, they earned their first 60% interest in the project. We had been operating to that point, and at that time, Freeport had a couple of decisions to make. They could have taken over operatorship. They have, but they've asked us to stay on under the terms of the new agreement as manager. And we're essentially doing the same job as we were before. We're driving technical and many other aspects of the program. And they're bringing in their mining team now, which is complementing our expertise. And the second important thing that happened at that stage, Joe, was they had the opportunity to take their interest from 60% to 70%. And for that extra 10% in earned interest, they have to spend $75 million at a minimum spend of $10 million a year.
And that's over 3? Is it?
No, it's a minimum spend of $10 million a year, so it's about 7 years.
7 years.
But we think they're going to go, Joe, through this spend very much quicker. We're already north of $15 million this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we think
over the 10 million minimum, they're doing 15.
Exactly. Yeah. So we think they're going to go through the 75 million a lot quicker than that.
And Freeport, one thing about having your own people there, that's the intellectual property that you gain from actually working the deposit, not just the management fee, but understanding it and then potentially controlling the news flow.
Well, it is. It's a very privileged position for a junior to be in with a major. and it's a very collaborative approach. From the very first, I invited Freeport geologists to join us on the ground, to be logging the core with us and joining in with the team, because we're in the game of making discoveries. And you want to capitalize on everybody's expertise and knowledge base. So yes, we're driving everything on the ground. We see all the drill core, we see all the assay results. And Freeport they've worked with us very well on getting news flow out. We just got our first partial hole out from this year. And
at AuRORA.
At AuRORA, yeah, that is correct. And it was a good hole. It extended the deposit by some 260 to 360 meters over our discovery drilling, our 20 drill holes in 2024. So it's a very good hole for us. And we're still drilling out there. We've got 4 drill rigs going at the moment.
Just at AuRORA?
No, there are 2 drill rigs in the AuRORA area. There is 1 drill rig working on our discoveries, Canyon and Twins. And there is another drill rig systematically going through some very exciting and promising new targets we've developed this year, because we have not only been on the ground drilling, and the majority of the drilling has been in the AuRORA area. We have been out doing fairly extensive ground surveys, geological, geophysical, prospecting, geochem. We've created new targets, and we're already testing those with the drill rig. But to go back to AuRORA, we've only done 1 infill hole on AuRORA, and that was a metallurgical hole. The other 19 drill holes, and we're still drilling there, have been expansion drill holes. So we're expanding the deposit quite substantially this year.
And so what you've learned from AuRORA, you've obviously taken this information now, expanding it, and you're generating more targets, I guess. And you were talking about the geophysical anomaly that AuRORA is, which was a blind discovery, and you're applying it to others. So you've got 1 rig doing that right now?
We have 1 rig doing that. We have a lot of knowledge in our team from BC, and also members of our team. They discovered, developed, and transacted the Kemess South deposit back in the day, which is now in the Kemess mining district held by Centerra. And prior to that, in the Tutagon was really known as epithermal gold-silver vein district. And the team really were the first to recognize the true porphyry potential. Kemess South is the only porphyry to date that has been exploited in the Tutagon and mined out by Northgate back in the day. It's a gold-copper porphyry. And when the team discovered that catapulted the Tutagon into a new phase of exploration and development. And we've really done that again with AuRORA, because AuRORA is higher grade. It's arguably the highest grade gold enriched copper, gold, silver porphyry ever discovered in the near surface environment in British Columbia. So it's created something of a gold rush in the Tutagon. The eyes of Canada and the globe are now on the Tutagon. We really feel that the AuRORA discovery is not only the key to unlocking the potential of our Joy district, which is 600 square kilometers, where we've got 2 historical deposits we're working on, 2 discoveries, which we're also drilling this year, and much more to come. We think there is immense value on top of that in the AuRORA deposit for unlocking the potential of the greater Tutagon district. Right. It's an extremely strategic deposit. And the big thing is now who will consolidate the Tutagon and capitalize on this discovery and possible other discoveries that are going to be made as well.
All right. And so in terms of catalysts coming up, it's just going to be drilling results, basically.
There'll be some corporate news coming out, followed by drill results from this year. From Joy, we've also been out working with Boliden this year on our Duke deposit. The budget there was 10 million. We're still drilling there. We still have about 100 people in the field and 5 drill rigs between the 2 projects still working away. We put our AXREF district a bit to one side this year. That's our self-funded district, because we simply didn't have the manpower to go there. And, to be honest, Joe, we didn't want to raise money to work on the AXREF district at a 80 cent share price. So the share price is now in the range of $1.35 and, going up nicely. But that increase in share price, that's really been based on a very strategic and very good discovery, which is backed on the Joy District by 2 historical deposits, 2 discoveries, and more to come. So just in Amarc in the Joy District, there is a tremendous amount of excitement and potential. And that is without what we're doing in the Duke District with Boliden and in Ike.
Right. And obviously more to come.
And more to come, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Diane.
Thank you very much, Joe. My pleasure.
That's Diane Nicolson, CEO of Amarc Resources, discovering copper and gold in the northern British Columbia. And so that's it for me, sorry. Joe Mazumdar, Exploration Insights, September edition of the Metals Investment Forum in Vancouver. Thank you very much.